Hello, hello. How are you all doing? It's Natasha here, coming live to you again from Spain. It's Sunday evening here. It's about 6:30, and I'm walking my doggy again. Last walk of the day. Take him out three times a day. And yeah, I thought I'd just pop up here and say happy Sunday to everybody. Hope you all had a fabulous weekend. And yeah, for those of you who haven't seen me before, my name is Natasha. Welcome. If to my page. This is my business page I'm streaming live from. I'm an online business owner, mentor, and coach. What I do is I teach people worldwide how to start an online business using the same system and tools that I've been using for the last 6 years to run a successful business online. So I thought I'd start from scratch. Let's go back to the beginning. You know how it all started for me and why. So I'm gonna do short lives because it will take too long to do in one. Because my journey has been 6 years. A lot has happened. You know, a lot has changed. So it isn't the same as when I started in the beginning. So I wanted to start from scratch because a lot of people are new to my page. Some of you know my story, and a lot of you probably don't. So why did I start an online business? So my story started when I lost my job. I That was practically the reason that got me here in the first place. And I always thought I'd be safe, you know, with my job. I enjoyed what I was doing. I used to be um, a medical interpreter. So what I did before was translate between patient and doctor and handle the insurance papers for people that come here on vacation because I live in the coast area, so a lot of tourists here. And came to a point that the company I was working for didn't want to proceed in our area. Didn't have enough finances, and we stopped. And I was devastated. I thought, oh my God, I have never been without a job, never. So I've always worked. And I thought working would always fulfill a part of my life, right? Because being a parent, you know, you can get into that, how do you say it? That role of, although it's an important role, but I didn't want to be just a mom, you know, but that was the role that I chose. And I thought, okay, by working, at least I have a bit of an escape point, being being within adults, having an adult conversation, you know. So I thought, oh my gosh, what am I going to do now? And I've always been lucky up till now. I've always been able to combine my work with my kids. Not all hours, but most of it I could cover myself. Only in summer here in Spain they have summer vacation about 3 months. So my mother would come over here and take care of the kids, and she would bring my nieces with her. And yes, back then they were way younger. I'm talking about um, about 10 years now. So the kids were quite small. I couldn't leave them alone, and it was always a lot of organizing in the summer to be able to have somebody taking care of my kids while I was working. And probably a lot of parents have the same thing. Plus, I'm in a foreign country, so my father had passed away, so I didn't have him anymore. So it was just my mom that, thankfully, and grateful to her that she would come over and take care of them. So when I lost my job and I had to find something else, It's I had a few. It wasn't the fact that I couldn't find a job, because I mean I had quite a lot of um, offers lined up, but nothing that would fit around my family schedule, around the school schedules, because yeah, I was always or working in the afternoons, or the opposite of what's the opposite of the hours that my kids were at school. And that's difficult if you don't, because back then I was also a single mom, so it was difficult for me to organize things. But I did it. I've always been a good organizer. I've always managed to do everything well up till that point that I thought, oh my gosh, if I change when I start a new job, I have to start from scratch. you know Everything new hours, and oh my gosh, it was just the thought of it was making me ill. So my husband, um, he said, why don't you just take some time off and think about what you want to do, and take it from there. And that was in November of 2000, November 2018, or October 2018. So I took some time off. But after Christmas, New Year came. Thought I can't be just staying at home and not working, because I mean a stay-at-home mom doesn't pay the bills, right? And living on one wage these days, that is just it's just near, practically impossible, because so many bills need to be paid, and with one wage, and especially the wages here in Spain, it's not doable. So I thought, oh my gosh, what now? And I thought, oh my gosh, I just didn't want to go back to the traditional way. And I was actually enjoying my time home with the kids. I was quite surprised about that. I thought I was going to be, uh, suff- you know, um, suffocated, just by being home all the time. But I was enjoying it. I was actually at peace, relaxed. It was just the financial part o- of the whole story that, yeah, that put me thinking, well, yeah, that's going to be a problem. So I thought of doing a career change. I looked into some new courses, what I could do, or I even thought of being a wedding planner, things like that. But it wasn't doable. And a wedding planner here, is there is there a lot of offers for that? Other job offers, do people really need, or hire a wedding planner here in Spain? I don't know. So I thought, no, 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 that's not good. And yeah, my parents have always been business owners. My mom has owned a restaurant. I worked for my dad many years, because that's the reason I came here. I came here with my dad, and we started a Dutch restaurant. So I thought, and my father always said, why don't you just start a business of your own? But there's so much you have to look into, when you have a business of your own, and plus you have to put in the hours out, out of home. This, there's the same, and plus a business of your own just doesn't stop working the hours you need. It's a non-stop thing. I know how my dad was. He worked his hours, and then he still wasn't finished. And plus the capital you needed to the investment you need to start an offline business, and that wasn't doable for me either. So I thought, okay, what's next? And I wasn't looking for anything online, because I just didn't know it existed. I just didn't know online businesses existed back then. And I did have friends that were selling things, selling makeup, and selling diet shakes and things like that. But I didn't relate that with an online business. And it was something that I just couldn't see myself doing. I just didn't want to do any selling. And I thought, oh my God, how many mascaras do I need to sell to make a living? And all I wanted was to be able to do something from home, replace my current income, and that's it. That would have been, satisfactory for me. So I was just, scrolling on my news feed on Facebook, like everybody does, and an ad popped up, of a lady living here in Spain. She was a foreigner also, with 4 kids, working full time and doing this as a side hustle. So I thought, hey, maybe this would be something that I could do. So I looked into it. I watched the webinar, as I always mention. We have a free webinar that we host twice live a week. If you can't catch it live, then you can catch a recorded version. I watched that, and it just attracted me so much. I just thought, yeah, this could be actually something that I could do, Even though I didn't have any experience in the online space, I had no clue, because it's something totally different that what I've always done. And it took me from watching the webinar and starting my business. I think within 2 weeks I was up and running. I just knew and believed it was a perfect fit for me, right? I could do this in school because I wasn't working, so I stayed home. I took the time off. I could do this while the kids were at school, or while they were at their after school activities, and it just fitted in perfectly. And here I am, 6 years later. I'm still in. A lot has changed, of course, since then, but I just wanted to share how I got into the online space and why. And it was definitely to be more present, and not having that hassle of organizing myself. Who brings the kids to school when I'm at work, who picks the kids up when I'm at work, what do I do in the weekends when I'm at work, what do I do in school vacations when the kids are off. Especially when you don't have anybody here to help you out. It makes it difficult for us. So this was just perfect. Yeah, and that was the reason. That's how I got into all into all this. And yeah, it's been amazing. But I'm going to share the whole journey with you through other lives. So I just wanted to share with you how I got started and why. So yeah, my main reason was to be able to be a present parent, have that perfect work-life balance without having to sacrifice nor time nor money. And I mean, so many parents are doing this besides their full-time jobs. Couples that have kids, maybe the husband is working and the mother is at home and she wants to do something for herself. And I mean, this is just the perfect business to do that. So if you're interested in this, interested in being an independent woman, earning your own money, then this is the perfect solution that you can do as a parent, even as a stay-at-home parent, or as a working parent. You can combine this perfectly because it doesn't have scheduled hours, which I love the most. Plus, you don't have to sell anything, which is great. This is all about an amazing business system and earning a living through social media. So if you're interested, then send me a message, or if you're watching this live, comment below and tell me where you're watching from. And yes, I hope to speak to you soon. And if you'd like to join one of our live Zoom sessions, because that is an additional thing that we've been doing twice a week, besides the webinar, just a short Zoom meeting and a short how do you say it? A short resume, or how do you? just a bit of a compilation of the free webinar of what we do, and the chance to be able to ask your questions live to us, and one of us will answer them. So guys, thank you for watching, and speak to you soon. Bye bye.